poetical composition of Rumi overflows a beauty of its own. Just as Rubai manifests beauty, these two, Jalaluddin Rumi and Umar Khayyam, have captivated the human heart so much that no other mystical poet has done in the West. Not only the West, but East all as well is captivated by the beauty of these compositions. Everything except love of the most beauteous God, even though outwardly it seems as pleasant as eating sweets, is in reality an agony of spirit. What is meant by agony of spirit? It is to advance towards physical death without drinking the water of life. Water of life. Everything except love of the most beauteous God, even though outwardly it seems as pleasant as eating sweets, is in reality an agony of spirit. What is meant by agony of spirit? It is to advance towards physical death without drinking the water of life. What is meant by agony of spirit? It is to advance towards the physical death. It is to advance towards physical death without drinking the water of life. Dust unto dust, scents, wines and songs and zikr, says ecstatic Umar Khayyam. Dust unto dust. Your body is composed of the 5 elements, the earth, the water, the fire, the ether. And when the death happens, all these elements dissolve into their being, dissolve into their totality. This is what Umar says, dust unto dust, without realizing the purpose of life, without drinking the water of life, man comes into existence, lives his life, and without drinking the water of life, enters into death. His life buried under the dust. Dust unto dust, scents, wines and songs and things. Human life goes on like this. Everything except love of the most beauteous God, even though outwardly it seems as pleasant as eating sweets, is in reality an agony of the spirit. What is meant by agony of the spirit? It is to advance towards physical death without drinking the water of life. Most of the people come into the world, remain engaged in the outward things, the life of an outwardness, and advance towards the physical death. And they have not tasted the life elixir. They have not tasted the nectar of life. It is to advance, this is the agony. It is to advance towards the physical death without drinking the water of life. Nobody knows when you will enter into the life again, and without entering in the disembodied form, the spiritual development cannot take place. The development takes place when you experience truth through the finite instrument instruments, and having experienced truth through the finite instruments, then your actions are guided by that experience. Life becomes a bliss. Happiness dawns. Every circumstance and situation brings blissfulness. Every circumstance and situation takes you beyond the state of pain and pleasure, happiness and sorrows, good and bad, right and wrong, beyond the duality. Because the understanding has dawned in you as an outcome of the experience of truth, of oneness is there, then every circumstance and situation you are seeing beyond the finite vision. In every circumstance and situation you are seeing the hands of the creation. You are seeing the wisdom of the beloved. May spring bring a new portrayal to thee. May autumn bring a new portrayal to the spring. What is the wish of my master in this I know not. Always remains at the lips of the seekers. Let thy will prevail. Jo tujh bhave sai bhalikar. Whatever appeals to you, may that happen. Sabna jiya ka ek data so main visur na jai. He is the master of the entire creation. This I may never forget. These are the watchdogs of one who has experienced truth. Every moment, whenever a circumstance and situation comes, these comes onto the surface. These lines are very relevant. One should write them, remember these again and again, read them again and again, then it becomes a part of your own growth. Any circumstance and situation comes, jo tujh bhave sai bhalikar. Tu sada salamat nirakar. Whatever appeals to you, may that happen, and you be secure and safe. The O formless one. Sabna jiya ka ek data, you are the master of the entire creation. This I may never ever forget. Something. Then your physical life begins to undergo transformation. What is meant by agony of spirit? It is to advance towards death without drinking the water of life. The water of life is the experience of truth, living life according to that, and making a life a beauty, a manifestation, and this becomes and the reflection of this inner beauty. Inner beauty manifests through your actions, through your words, through your gestures. Inner beauty manifests through your words, gestures, expressions, and through your actions. You have drank the water of life. A composition from the volume 1 of this book. Before I go into the essence of Jalaluddin Rumi, I need to explain certain things first. Life is energy. It is better to say that life is an infinite reservoir of energy. On the shore of time, infinite waves go on striking, no end, no beginning. Everything is just in the middle. You are an insignificant wave. You are an infinitesimal seed of infinite possibilities. quite naturally the wave wants to be the ocean, and naturally the seed wants to be the tree. Unless the seed blossoms into flower, fulfillment is impossible. Man has an insatiable quest to be God. Before this, there are many temporary resting points or possibilities. None of these are the ultimate outcome. In the night, you may stay at many places for rest. Never make these places your permanent resting place. Only God can be your house or the resting place. Never make these places your permanent resting place. Only God can be your house or the resting place. God does not mean any person sitting somewhere, as has been conceived by almost all the religions. God means your ultimate possibility. God means your ultimate possibility. God is formless, without any name. God is not sitting somewhere. God is your ultimate happiness, beyond which there is nothing and no possibility as well, beyond which there is nowhere to go. This is the ultimate destination. This is fulfillment. You will remain restless and despondent until you attain to this fruition. You will remain restless and despondent until you attain to this fruition. None of these things can ever fulfill you. Somewhere you will continue to feel something is missing. Somewhere you will continue to feel something missing. No matter how hard you try to forget it, you will never succeed. You will never succeed in forgetting that somewhere something is missing. In a sense, it is good that you cannot forget this. So this restlessness remains there, and this restlessness becomes your quest to continue the journey. Until the seed attains to its fruition and the fragrance merges with the infinite, there is no possibility of fulfillment. Until the seed attains to its fruition first, and then the fragrance merges with the infinite, there is no possibility of fulfillment. Until the river of your life merges with the ocean of life, it will not attain any meaning. And until this happens, even if you somehow succeed, it will be the greatest failure of your life. Unless the river of life merges with the ocean of life, it will attain, there will be no meaning in life. And until this happens, even if you somehow succeed, that success will be the greatest failure of your life. Unlucky are those who consider small successes as the ultimate success. A success in an exam, a success in obtaining a job. See how joyous the people feel. And they consider as the ultimate success. Unlucky are those who consider small success as the ultimate success. Really lucky are those who have awareness of this. Only such a person somehow understands this. And wherever you attain to success,